Do you really know the man behind the mystery? The man whose smile once charmed the world, whose talent redefined Hollywood, and whose name became a symbol of rebellion and artistry. At 62, the tragedy of Johnny Depp is beyond heartbreaking, because behind the fame, the fortune, and the unforgettable characters, lies a life haunted by pain, betrayal, and a fight for redemption that nearly broke him completely. Johnny Depp wasn't just a movie star, he was a force of nature. From Edward Scissorhands to Pirates of the Caribbean, he didn't just play roles, he became them. Every character, every expression, every line, he lived it. To the world, he was the eccentric genius, the man who turned darkness into beauty. But what no one saw was the quiet sadness behind those dark eyes, the kind of sadness that fame can never fix. Born in Owensboro, Kentucky, Johnny's early life was far from glamorous. His childhood was filled with instability, constant moving, and a family life marked by pain. He found refuge in music, dreaming of becoming a rock star, not a movie star. Acting came by accident. But even as Hollywood welcomed him with open arms, Johnny never truly felt at home in it. He always said, "I'm not comfortable in the world of Hollywood. I never was." For decades, Johnny built a career on being different. He refused to follow the rules, avoided blockbuster fame, until Captain Jack Sparrow changed everything. Overnight, he became one of the most famous men on earth. But fame, as he would soon learn, comes with a price. Behind the cameras, his world was falling apart. The same intensity that made him a great actor also consumed his personal life. Failed relationships, struggles with addiction, and battles with the media slowly chipped away at the man behind the legend. He often described himself as a man running from his own ghosts. And then came the scandal, the one that shattered everything. The world watched as Johnny's private life became a public war zone. Accusations, lawsuits, headlines, all tearing apart the image of a man millions had admired for years. He lost roles, friendships, and his reputation. Overnight, he went from being one of the most beloved actors in Hollywood to being shunned by the very industry he helped shape. What made it worse was how deeply it affected him. Those who knew Johnny said he became quiet, withdrawn, almost like a ghost of himself. The laughter, the spark, the creativity, it all faded. He once said in an interview, "When you're falsely accused, it doesn't just destroy your career. It destroys your soul." He turned to music again, the one thing that had always saved him. On stage with Jeff Beck, he found brief moments of peace, of freedom, of being himself again. But even then, the pain was visible. The weight of betrayal, the loneliness of fame, and the scars of everything he'd lost, they never truly left. At 62, Johnny lives a quieter life now. Far from the cameras, far from the spotlight. His once lavish lifestyle has faded into something simpler, almost lonely. Those who meet him say he's kind, humble, but broken, a man who's seen too much and trusted too many. He spends most of his time painting, playing music, and writing, creating art not for fame, but for healing. Yet, the tragedy remains. The same industry that once celebrated him turned its back on him when he needed it most. And though he's begun to rebuild, some pieces of his soul will never return. He once said, "I've been broken, but I'm still standing. And maybe that's enough." Those words capture the essence of Johnny Depp, a man who lost everything and still refuses to give up. Because the real tragedy of Johnny Depp isn't just the fall, it's how deeply he loved, how fiercely he trusted, and how brutally that trust was shattered. At 62, he stands as a reminder that even the most untouchable stars are human, fragile, wounded, and longing for peace. The world may have tried to silence him, but his spirit still whispers through every song, every painting, and every memory of the man who once made magic out of madness. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most heartbreaking part, that the man who gave us so much beauty spent most of his life fighting to find his own.